Hi everyone, welcome to the Rocket Project, especially if this is your first activity with us. This one is one of my favorites and we can't wait for you to dive into it. Here's a little bit of background for the rocket. The town of Sticksville is growing super fast and they want a space exploration program. That's where you come in. You have been hired on as a rocket scientist to design and test out some different modeled rockets with different parameters to see which one flies the highest for them. Do you think you're up to the task to build that rocket for them and then go outside and launch it? So like we said, your job is to design, build, and test out a few different types of rockets and see which one performs the best. And friends, by the time this project is all wrapped up, we want you to be more knowledgeable about rockets, learn some of the science and engineering behind them, meet a real-life engineer, and build your own. And of course, have a ton of fun along the way. And we figured you might want to see some examples beforehand, just so you know what you're getting yourself into. But friends, before we get started, can you quickly pause this video and ask yourself, what is a rocket and what are they used for? We said its definition is a projectile that can be launched to a great height or distance, and there are all kinds of uses, including exploratory missions, research, astronauts, and military purposes. And super quickly, we're going to touch on everyone's favorite topic, a little bit of history. So a lot of progress in rocketry happened after World War II when the United States and the Soviet Union were in what were called the space race. You can probably guess why they called it the space race. It's because the two nations were racing to see who could put up satellites and complete missions to space before the other ones. And the Soviets were definitely off to an early lead, as it seems like they were completing lots of the smaller goals long before the United States. But the USA did get the big win when they were the first ones to complete a mission and land a man on the moon in 1969. A quick fun fact is before they were comfortable sending real humans on these missions, the organizations were experimenting with sending monkeys into space. Those poor things. But why does all this matter to us? Well, items like exploratory missions and satellites and commercial space travel seem to be talked about on the news every single day. If you don't know what commercial space travel is, well, that's what companies like SpaceX are looking into. They're trying to make it possible for regular humans like us to travel to space like a vacation and make it nice and cheap for us. And it's going to be up to you all, the future engineers, to increase our efforts and awareness of all the cool things that we have going on in space and to make them as safe as possible.